Afei, what do we need voter region? And no, it's a strategy. And today, met it. Answer no, and na easy. District director na or Nkoranza South say no. You say by force, you transfer no. Eti pa ya transfer no. Empenifo wo yina even MPP for cry wo that constituency. Na nanuma wo yina se debi edi basa beba. All because yes maame no wo ka try say transfer vote to ha o se menye me pese me je dimbo ni bia o mechi na da che ma wu kuro no me ma na mabusuafo be hu na mane. Eti onye. Because of that, it's say obi fi chief of staff office. And our contest wo honti. They won't pen no more. Now the information is that a crown free chief of staff office say chinchiri tachia ma me no transfer no. Minim say chief of staff in Yajuma. I will east office. But as I say so you influence war. As I say so you influence Yajuma. So when you make catch look, upa ma me kuku nkosoro said den. Obi o wa me hu nanim sesi ya o mie na no meba fom. Obi o so a onya bia na say kojo meba fom. Ti wi ase ye we obi a wo de osuro no obi a wo de ofere no obi a wo de oka asam kire na otie. Ye obi wa asase so na yere ka asam kire na ontie. Ba e bia na yere maami ana na yere papa na yere nua kasa kire ne pe obefa. Obi o wa ni kunu ka asam kire na ontie. Ba e bia na damfo ana ne sofo na soro pani bi obi a ne ko park so ko bompae e na o ka asam kire na otie. Eti influence e was asase so either good or bad. Nipa influence nipa. It is say sama me amatam no pa de ne koyeji. Now nipa na oba foforo wo sa district ni mu sa constituency ni mu no afa na obesua electoral areas ni na ehie wo so je mensa wo dua boba wo na say na wo ye wo niam yie yes wo ye referee. And these are some of the things, sir. As I said, peace count. No, I don't even want to mention their name. That useless organization. I'm sorry I mentioned their name. As I said, penny for a new day. I will remember etnasi. Now what shall I say? As a country, ye ni kwai, ye ni suo, ye ni kanea, ye ni hospital, school, nye papa. We be a say. But we are only interested, say, yeah, and say solo winning by force. Because solo ya mean be party ba, solo ya mean ya, solo ya madafo, nana kwa me there, hey, munkanisha from SSA chuko, because I ya ibeni, no, SSA we call, because we are santini, SSA we lusu, because we no free. That these things ain't free. How did we get here? How? So because of elections, we are not thinking anymore. Because of elections, people have intentionally refused to think. And then but as people, as I say, no, it must end and end now. There be a catch of Vietnam. War movies are ya show kroma bebrebe nyina America for war films are ya hwe nyina ne fa between America and Vietnam war Vietnamese war Vietnam there na ye kum Vietnam soldier for bebre there wo do matwa movies are so Vietnam one day sat down and said that okay yet say about ntokwa ye ntimi nkubi because research actually open Google you will get it. As I told I read. Research actually say, enipa ku a wo asase so a wo mo ye obi osura de ekura e fen say Omusuro ade pa nipa omo the whole world. Oh, omusuro ade pa mema omusuro ade pa enkofo fi Vietnam. Ento no okutatuo. Ba onya nwo so okuta kontiba no wada nani no odwane. Wo de movies na ehwe ni na. The ento omusuro ade ne say wo mo pese wo mbekum nipa. So bekum nipa de come on no onwu than to take somebody's life. Onye. And that's as is why it's a crime how bit me could do. All because of a so kum solo and also kum Captain Smart. Me say I try me. So I do so ya be before. But so be a crum so da ho. Obi to said or co brotherhood. Or some akwa be me ho. Or be no so the quiet day or the quarter efo. And Sanyama when you know Vietnam said that no, we will sit down as a nation. They sat down. You see, from 1927, that Vietnam decided that look, we are not interested in anything called war. Yeah, you need so, you need canea, you need factories, you need industries. From 1927, Vietnam, a new development plan no toho. Yes, our plan no at all. 10 years, no munyo meshe. So 1937, now munyo answer so bombo diabwa, ne Vietnam develop it. It was another 10 years. 1947, and UGCC, they were also planning how they can develop their space. Even though they were part of a certain regional, no munyo independence, no Monday womo. All right? Then, edu 1954, no, is it 48, 51, 52? 1952, they decided that yen starting yen grow. Enti, abayne fe nipa 10 waha, not womo call Russia, munko suya medicine. Wakwa, abayne kuto muti sike yina anu wakutu scholarship neka. Munko, mu school aba moma. Mo shada kan chom se moma. Mundi beye 5 years, 6 years oho, munye experience ni ye. No atam nipa we no mo ko America musum ko suya we oduwe mu ko Germany mu ko suya we oduwe mu ko ha 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 mu ko suya we oduwe mu so ko ha mu ko suya we Vietnam SSR nipa over 100,000 and if you one country nim no mo to mo pitting across the globe. And don't forget that some came here. Well, and they see the V Lodge e wa guna swedro Vietnam Lodge. If you don't know, I'm telling you. V Lodge na wa guna swedro no. Vietnam for the sea. V means Vietnam. Two of we na pete here. Then they said come back home. Mumra, Mamako France, Mumra March. Mamako Germany, Mumra May. Mamako way, Mumra say. Now we na maba. And no. And I'm Vietnam. I started one policy V for gold. V for gold. That Vietnam will not stop at anything. Vietnam is going for gold. And now, say ya me no say. And Paboya Shebi, if Vietnam, ya nyo take it. Mamo be another. Yesterday I told you, shoes in the baby why you show kroma. Mo friend trainers, your friend be Kamu, your friend be there. Bisa won ekwa kwa so kwa niam no me na o Vietnam and then big designers even Louis Vuitton or yam pabwa say e wo Vietnam wo mu wi a na mo de aba begu monye o mu wi a na wo mo de aba begu wo mo shops akasiem as if say wo mo and I call you baby, when you're France, and you're Germany, hey, Vietnam. Somebody sat down and said that we got to develop. What are we doing to ourselves? Say, Krom Hapa, what do we have? The absence of violence is not peace. And we got to think as people. But me round the way up we na said abaya met me a sip pop proper. Na me nua radio so no ekwa omotimi atema se hwe Vietnam as a nation. Owie enu nyina wie ye no. E dey na Vietnam ye. Vietnam say yen kokun biom, we are not interested in wars. And they declared with that white flag, say fear nekoi country Vietnam. Vivi. Victory. Ekubia ye ko ye bia si edim kunim o, si edim kugu o, ye dim kunim. I say, how? You lost to America. Even Vietnam lost to Japan. France moved all the way from Europe to attack Vietnam. Even Czech Republic uko Europe ya so mo honye den atenten brains Czech kura ko hoko gwa omo kakra. You know the German Revolution, what happened to Vietnam, what Germany did to them. Even that, the Second World War, said I bright fed of Hitler no. Owie Japan, I want to do any tray. Now somebody said, I am the leader of this country. Say a felio, say kono si elusu yo, say kono si awini yo, kubia ya ni edin kudim. Then they said that kwanya ye fast wa elusu wars ne kura no. I say eye kwanya ye be fast wa edin kudimdie ebebre yen. That is the reason why in that sub-region in Vietnam, they were the first to establish the College of War, even though one woman called Columbium. And then, sub-region in Vietnam, United Nations, growth, research, and the document that say, Whoopер or Maya was as say, all grown 10 times than any other country, Vietnam. Vietnam is producing BBRB. I was asiso. Oye Pabwa, Vietnam oye Tadie, Vietnam oye farms. Say, uko hono mo ye ekwiana. Kwia yo pa uko no mo ye kwiana. Assassinate da hona wars asenu ni aderi na no. Oma converting na. Now today Vietnam is saying that the next 10 years ahead of them they want to feed Europe. The next 10 years ahead of Vietnam, they're saying that they want to feed Europe. So Vietnam could feed Europe. Not Ghana yet, and to feed West Africa. We are sick. There's something wrong with us. Vietnam, woman so, and woman sassy. Woman yet said, woman yet Japan, dear no. But today, Vietnam are bouncing back. What is happening now? Vietnam say the next 10 years ahead of them. They started this in 2019. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. We might come 5 years. So after 5 years, Vietnam say, Opeso feeding the whole of Europe. And then, when we increase our rice population, production, population, when we rice production by 78%. Vietnam, and Mona would do Emma, and then Uko Dambebrea, and Mona Abana Master Sadi, your freeway Captain Smart, your freeway Gordon Kokutete, your freeway Yatiti, your freeway Fiatago, your freeway mobile phone, San and Mobile Bena Bebu Cronimuno, Nicasia, F Vietnam, Ukwa, no Wakoto, Wama Prente, Botona, Dugumuno, our China, what they come out more, no more fele near the Abreu, Vietnam. Meanwhile, Assassin Mudia so a mono. One must say, read, check. Vietnam no crane that here, did you Diane? Vietnam kokra dotier black soil.
Then smart.
Kokra dotier. Meanwhile, Besikwa from plains. We can feed the whole of Africa.
He is the best. Captain Smart is.
But somebody is not thinking. I am telling our good politicians, please sit down and read. If you can read about any country, read about Vietnam.
He is the best.
Read.
Is the king.
Just read. Today, Vietnam say, we are kola. Now we go school.
Hello.
So we go kind what is amoeba? No way define the kakrakato. Almost wouldn't even answer.
Hello.
Who is the father of Jesus? Joseph. Almost Jai. What do you mean? Who is the mother of Jesus? Mary. Who is the leader of the Islamic religion? Sallallahu Muhammad. I'm saying Jai for some who saw. The person we had said. Aqualano, Shasia, family to Tontroa, to say the young Shasia that are Oklahoma near friend crafts. Who go school? What do say, baby? Aqualabia over yes, I didn't know. I do many from there now, who Sadia now, Ecosystem University. When your mammy no papa dear, we your mind there. From that day, the Obenum, the Obeshe, school Obeko, baby Obeda, we research, we then day, and Yama would be there, Nina, ya buying there. And as we speak, over 20,000 Nkola. Read. I want you to read about Vietnam. Over 20,000 Nkola under 10.
Hello.
Nkola won't do 10 years. Maku 20,000. And no, and a Vietnam Aquala, Aqua designing the VW now ever for front. Vietnam Aquala the designing here. Aquala only 10 years. To say the Ghana Aquala no 12 years. Also, the woman draw drama Toyota or designing Land Cruiser, yes, they say Abaya minister, see the Muchina Kasakasi, a Ghana Aquala, yeah, but Aquala and then a real way. Sakura no newe now Vietnam and Kola go and see what they are doing. By end there yet na neighbor B na neighbor B na neighbor C na neighbor na niema kode da benda na B kwatwempna e wo kaso obewo wo rich enti owoba na neighbor B na neighbor B na neighbor C na neighbor. Our politicians are not thinking. This is the time as a nation we need to sit down. We got to sit down. We don't have any reason to fail as a country. We don't have any reason, any cause to fail because at the end of Vietnam aye, Denmark aye, Sweden aye, Belgium kro kete we do 10 million open Google. Belgium, I was reading about Belgium. And then listen, when I said a country like Belgium we do 10 million. Na Ghana ko Belgium so ko pay 50 million euros.
Na krokro dan ya drama ya bie na university see the kind in the same.
Ya kwa Belgium.
Ne ba ni ade so.
Ya kwa dey. Ya ko pay 50 million.
We university.
Everything Belgium. Ojai. Eti won wa yes sa niema no oman te se Ghana nti ye ntimi ntena seda krope. What was na de aba? Ya say the train be fa wiem. Gwen one kasa kwan na kwan kura wo ya wo de car kura fa so no wie wo di train be fa wiem wo de sa no makum papa Thomas Mensa
ne ba ni ade so enso one
wo de sa no makum papa Thomas Mensa okọ papa no wawu
hello
wawu ya enti bi nuanom dia mesra ne se ye nyina no ye du ba bia se ye tena se ne ye dwe no man ho yie se den na see ni so den na ye hia den na sese ye yo den na sese ye hyehyɛ behin ye kro ehin na ye ba Ghana fa wa broche Ghana fa anim ndie won a won nyansa ye frɛ won ka wo boa no na ɔman no etimi ayeye